You go.
So if you want to bring us to that next level, you know where to find us.
Well, who needs kids when you have Melee? Getting back to the stream. Again, thank you, Brandon. But let's see, we have Baka4Moe versus, who is this?
I don't know this guy.
Some Falco.
We'll have it up in a second here for you guys. And so far, it's going back and forth. You want an even game. Probably shows higher percent on the Peach just because she dies later than the Falco does. And that's not what we're seeing. As a matter of fact, Baka taking the first stop.
So this is definitely a bigger lead than it might, than you might think. Because again, she lives to quite a while.
Absolutely. You gotta beat her up a whole bunch. But this second stock not going a lot better than the first, actually, as it turns out right now.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, and that situation is so tough. Peach just has the coverage. You know what I mean? Right there, she can cover the ledge with her down air. She can cover what happened with neutral air. She can cover higher angles by floating out or in. So so you're in a real rough spot as Falco. You got to win this one on the stage.
I feel like your best. I think I would rather go with side B than. I don't know. I feel like side B is generally better than your up B because you have the potential to shorten it and do those kind of things. I don't know. I mean,
it's not as effective against decent Peach, at least, because those turnips could put an end to all of those shenanigans. Now Baka kind of, overestimated his up B slightly there, but still having a sizable lead here.
Oh yeah.
And I need to see this Falco coming in on better angles. Last time we saw Falco Peach on stream, and the Falco came out on top, and it was angles of attack, kind of coming in from above and to the right or above and to the left on these kind of steep angles from above.
They're just hard to cover.
They're much harder to cover for Peach, and so that was a great start to something there, but he didn't get the shine on the top of for up tilt, which allowed Baka to get the shield up.
Great conversion coming off of that down tilt. Almost gets him with the forward air. It was close.
Up smash, not enough to kill off the top, ironically. And so now I need to see the babysit. I need to see how he does here.
Oh.
And chokes it at the last second. That was good overall. I liked how he didn't shoot too many lasers. And I liked how he threatened back airs. But in the last second, down smash instead of back air, may have been technical flub.
So, I want to see more lasers. And another thing about this Falco, and I think maybe for newer players in general, I know I definitely struggle with this. When you have control of the stage, maintaining control of the stage, it seemed like he would get stage position, maybe he would force Baka to roll back, and then he would run to the other side of the stage, but then he wasn't lasering or really doing anything proactive to keep, Baka,
So he would concede a bunch of stage unnecessarily. Yeah, absolutely.
And, maybe he just wants to get away, because obviously he doesn't want to get grabbed, doesn't want to get down smash, doesn't want to get comboed, but if you're going to stay away from him, then I think you need to at least shoot the laser.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Yoshi's, of course, is a bit rough, and I respect him for going here. It's kind of like you have the potential to, for example, double shine off the top.
Right.
You have some other stuff that can go down here that you don't have options to, but at the same time, Peach just covers so much ground. Like, she's not as mobile, and hanging out in the middle of Yoshi, she's got range everywhere.
Yeah, I think for his style of Falco, though, I have to agree with this counter pick, even though it doesn't look like it's working out, because I think Baka's just a better player, honestly.
And that happens.
And obviously, of course.
Dot Eyes is on the board. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, but because he's just going in. He just wants to just go.
Right.
He just wants to always be going forward, right? And but if you miss your cancels, get power shielded, that kind of stuff. And Baka's so good at preying on that style. I think he actually has more. I think he has much more trouble with people who aren't going in on him all the time. Yeah. If they have not a passive style, but they choose their moments.
I think Peach in general struggles with that a bit. And I mean, honestly, I played a Peach in bracket, and I just did basically that. I more or less laser camped, and Peach gets frustrated with that. Your power shields, need to be on point.
Right. Because the reality is you want her to try to approach you.
Yeah.
Because her options are not as good as yours.
Having said that, Peach gives him the quick 4 stock and says, go back to the lab, my friend, and I'll see you next time.